Hi, folks. I wanted to show you what I've been working on recently, and I decided to just record it. And I really would like to know what you feel and what your feedback is. So I'm going to share screen and explain as I share screen. So Rising Stars, as you know, has been working on sending a flyer out and also creating a web page. So as far as a web page goes, myself, Kelly and Brenda have met a couple times. And then Kelly was able to pull in somebody from California who knew very much about web pages, and I know nothing. So between that, and Bill is a wonderful man. I truly appreciate his expertise. So he was telling us to build a wireframe and that type of thing, and I didn't know what that meant. And learn through a process, and then he'd give me a little bit. It ended up, I started designing it, and then he'd give me a little bit more information, and I was sending him things back and forth. But on my time frame and my job and such, I needed a different structure for time to get the task done or to work on it or something. So I proceeded just to kind of delve into it myself instead of like a piecemeal, just jump into the situation and see what I could do. Well, Bill very kindly recommended Squarespace, which is what I'm going to show you right now. And what I did the other day was build a website. And what a wireframe is you have to build a structure basically, and it's a graphic organizer, and it basically shows a schema of what you want your website to look like. So I'm going to have you ignore all this over here. It's in editing mode. That's why I'm doing this, because otherwise you can't see it, because I'd have to give you the password and everything. So this is the site. Right, this is the home page, and I ended up finding a Rising Stars emblem and our emblem for this year, and also Rotary Club of Saco Bay Sunset District. Put it all in there together. So this is a home page that you come to, empowering yourself to stop human trafficking. Because what we want to do is educate people. Once they get the flyer, they'll get the URL to the site and educate them about human trafficking. So here's a survivor story that I found on the web. I put that in here. It does work. Some of them don't. And it's a real life story of human trafficking in Maine. And it's somebody that's being interviewed, and there's different parts to it. So that's right on the homepage. And somebody can see immediately that it's happening in Maine to educate people. So I'm going to...
At Schwann's Home Delivery, we deliver delicious, high-quality frozen food right to your home for every meal and everything in between.
I'll just show you two snippets of this. This is 2020. This particular, I'm on Safari and it's very slow. But I had to get a trial site, and because I've gotten 2 trials already, I have to keep on using different web browsers. But this does definitely work. Okay, I'm not going to, again, waste your time. But it works. Okay, so I'm going to go back.
The story you're about to hear was, quite frankly, hard for us to tell.
And I'm crying.
Okay, that is the person, and she tells her story. So going back to the trial website that I have, which is done, I think, in 8 days. That's why I'm trying to get feedback. I did send this to Kelly and to Brenda 2 days ago, and they said they'd look at it and show me feedback, give me feedback rather. And I'm sure I'll get it soon. So then there's a donate page, and on the donate page, it talks about donating. It talks about Sunset Rotary, it's committed to human trafficking, but we can't do it without people like you. Join us today to fight against human trafficking. Every gift you make, every hour you spend helps those in need. Some of this information is taken from Human Trafficking International, these little bits down here. So, and then there's a donate button. This is not concrete. This is very draft. There can be something wrong that's related to the Rotary that shouldn't be here. Let me know. Okay. So then you click on the donate button. and then email, your contribution payment. I have to move my little thing here. Review and donate. Okay, so that is Rising Star Project. And the checkout is closed. None of this is operational because it is not published. I'm sending it to you, the board, because I definitely I want feedback. So maybe we can move ahead on this. So it's very touchy. Like I say, I have a Mac, so right now it's really touchy. Okay, volunteer. So here's volunteer, a little bit of what you can do to volunteer. All right, click on the button and thank you for your interest in volunteering. So that's how they can reach us as in Reach Us Rotary. I keep on having to move. I don't think you can see the share thing, but I can. Then you go back. And then resources. This is awesome. I loved researching this. And little do you know that this graphic that you keep on seeing here is Old Orchard Beach. I took a picture one day and said, hey, this would be cool. It's very calm. Maybe people don't like it, but it's what I came up with to make it look pretty. So resource to learn about human trafficking and how to support those being trafficked. So I looked at different places, different reasons that people could reach out, support. Sexual hotline, #1. Okay. #2, Preble Street Healing Center. I just gave a little tiny bit about the Healing Center. Click on it, and then you will be taken, which is a page not work. Hold on. Might have been a little snafu. Okay, it's not working. I need to fix it because it was working the other day. And what it does is it takes you to Preble Street, to their organization and to the Healing Center. What you just saw was in one of this is what I've learned. In one of the pages, as you set it up, it has to have a certain little code in it. And I must have either not put the code in or didn't put it in right. So that's what that's about. So let's go to Polaris Project and a little bit about Polaris. And this isn't working either. And I do know why, but I will get back to this. Please don't take this as it's not a good site. These will work. It's just about the code. And I've learned this throughout the time working with this Squarespace. They might not all work because of the code. So I'll try one more. Voila. See, so as I shared with you, it takes you to the site, and it's how people can go to these sites and they can get support, they can learn. And then another one on this page is Stop Trafficking Us, Catherine. Okay, and what Catherine is doing. Of course, we have to have Catherine in here. So then take it to her site. And each one of the sites I selected has a different reason for helping human trafficking, and it's a different type of resource. Main sex trafficking and exploitation. Obviously, I have to fix that. These were working the other day when I put it away after working on it for hours, so I could have made a mistake. Hope Rising, another place, St. Andre's. And as you can see in the one that was working, I'll have to work on this a little bit more. And maybe even by the time you get a chance to look at this, they'll all be working. I don't have time today though. Safe Voices is the final one. Okay, and there we go. So there's 4 of them I have to fix, but you get the idea of what's going to happen. You're taken to another human trafficking place. All right. And on another browser, it would work much faster. I'm using Safari and it's a slow browser, but like I say, I had already used other freebies, so I had to keep on using a different browser because I had to send them a different email. All right, so then educate me. All right, goes me take to educate and empower yourself about sex trafficking in Maine. What is human trafficking? Any minor under, it's a definition, any minor under the age of 18, Okay, so the definition, these definitions are free resources. How do sex traffickers get victims? What are the signs of human trafficking? Okay, donate button at the bottom. Human traffic in Maine, victim stories. So people can really see their stories. Now this here, the first one, what you have to do is you find a video and then you have to take and put the HTTP in and make sure it works. Well, this is Kelly at Outreach Advocate. She talks about a victim and then the victim talks herself. This is really powerful. Oops, nice to click on it.
When I was 15, I was at
More than
a local
powerful.
restaurant
If you
in
ever had a
Auburn,
moment,
and I
listen to
was
it.
having a conversation with my
And
friend who is the same age as
There
me,
are 2 other videos
and
that I have
they
in
overheard
here.
us
And when I was
talking about
trying to get
money
them to
and
work, it would have
how
an
important my son
invalid
was to me. And
embed, but it
they
would have a
approached us, it
valid
was 2 men, they
URL.
approached
So,
us and said, hey, we overheard.
and I'm just showing you this just to show this is working in action or something like that. But this, if the other pieces, the flyer was out, we have a, let me think what the name of it is. We have another thing that we have to attach to make this work. We have that already. We have an email set up. Rotary, oh, what are Rising Stars? And I made it up. It's just an idea. It all began with an idea. Are you someone who wants to make positive change in your community, in the world? We're clumbers are dedicated people who share a passion for ending human trafficking, modern slavery. Become a Rotarian connects you with a diverse group, okay, et cetera, et cetera. Dream it. It all began with the idea of how to stop human trafficking. Make it happen. We can work together to educate everyone about human trafficking. Empower yourself. Know what human trafficking is. And there's our poster. Click on it and that will take you to our email. Again, I'm playing around and still working with this, but it needs to have a certain little bit of information to it that'll take us to the email. Okay, so, oh, and contact me. Here we go. Contact us. Here we are. Okay, contact us. All right, and then finally, F for Facebook page, and voila, there the super team is. And obviously it takes you to Facebook. Woohoo! What a fun group we are. Woohoo! Hello. Okay, I'm having too much fun with this. And then you always need a shopping cart, don't you? Of course. In shopping cart, you have nothing in the shopping cart. Okay, so I'll have to take this and I'll figure it out. Take action, and we take back to the donate and volunteer page. Okay, I can put a little bit more of us on there, just playing around. That's where we are right now. Please give me feedback. Okay, you know anybody who knows web page? I do. I'm going to reach out to her. She's a friend of mine and I don't want to ask her, but I'm going to, and I'm waiting for Brenda and Kelly to give me feedback. If we can get that flyer out, we can start rocking. Okay. Can we talk about this? Can you put it on the agenda for our next board meeting? Okay. Thank you. Give me feedback, please. Thank you so much. Remember, I'm a novice. Thank you.